So, girl defined, right-wing Christian trad wife people have a new video entitled "Sexy Halloween Costumes in the Christian Girl." I assume they'll be warning, you know, good Christian girls to not put on spicy Halloween costumes for some reason. So we'll check that out. Wing the Ultimate Nug with 20 bits for a ghost video. I have one where the cat apparently spooked by a ghost. Okay, we'll save that for another time. So let's see what they have to say.
With your mask.
Okay. No one's gonna take me seriously with that.
She doesn't know
what she's saying.
Even take anything you say seriously.
Yeah. Are these all people she lives with? If not, she really shouldn't be hanging out with these people right now. Like, guys, hello? Still have coronavirus going on. Maybe take it seriously. That'd be cool.
Yeah. You know, more seductive things.
That was the
my inappropriate had to take it off. That's very inappropriate.
Hey guys! Alright! In honor of this holiday weekend, we've got our epic costumes on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with my hat. We have got a special edition, Girl Defined, Kristen, Susanna.
Make them guess who I am. I don't know if they know.
I can't. Where's Waldo?
It's Waldo. Okay.
Who is she? Rebecca.
Rebecca Waldo.
So we want to talk about something that's pretty controversial, but something that we've heard a lot of like chatter about, and you know, I feel like it's kind of, for some of us, like some of you may feel like, yes, thank you for finally talking about this, and others might be like, okay, this is an interesting conversation, so we're excited to hear your comments at the end. But we want to talk about this trend. It's been going on for a while, but when Halloween hits, it just seems like everybody gets a pass to dress however they want, right? Like,
people have a pass to dress just about however they want every day. I don't know if you know about this, but we live in a country called America. People can dress basically however they want, as long as they're not naked. It's kind of a nice thing. People can dress pretty much however they want. Honestly, you could wear a Halloween costume, even a spicy one, every day of the year. People look at you funny, but there's no law against it.
True. Yeah.
from the goriest, like, bloodiest costume.
So nasty.
Like,
I can't even look at it.
Nasty.
It's actually nasty.
Like, ooh, what is even happening, to like extremely seductive, where you're basically wearing lingerie to parties and in public, and it's just acceptable. It's like, well,
Spirit Halloween. I want to see what some of the... Ooh, look at that sexy Sandy costume. Gives you that nice tube body shape that everyone's looking for. Seriously, though, let's see if we can find women's costumes. They don't have just like a women's sexy costumes. They do just have a whole section for women's sexy costumes. All right. So this is just like a race car driver. I mean, it's just like a tight thing. That's not really that slutty or anything. It's not, you know, whatever. We have some Harley Quinn costumes. We have some schoolgirl costumes. We have some nurse costumes. Lots of nurse costumes. Army costumes. We have an ACAB costume. We have 5 pages of this. Are there any really funny, sexy ones? I feel like there probably aren't gonna be. Ooh, sexy ninja. MMO addicted. Some more fun facts and news. The chairman of our ruling party said every politician sporting pro-abortion protests committed a crime of promoting physical harm since we have COVID, and they will be prosecuted and arrested. That's every opposition politician. It could be hot air, but I wouldn't be surprised if we wake up in a police state. Oh, God. Good luck with that. Yikerinos. Here's another ACAB costume. Supergirl. That's not even really a sexy costume. This is just what Supergirl's costume looks like. A little bit of a stretch, but okay. Some flapper stuff. We got a sexy nun. We got a sex... is this really a sexy skeleton? It's just a skeleton outfit, but with, like, thigh-high socks. We have another police. Lots of sexy police costumes. What's up with that? Too many sexy police. The police are not sexy, okay?
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
A Batwoman. This is a SWAT costume. pirates, vampires? Where's sexy Antifa? Is there a sex abacus costume? Unfortunately, no. It's a shame. Sexy Batgirl, sexy Supergirl.
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
Thank you to Megamungo421 for following. Wonder Woman, someone from Overwatch. Oh, a Sandra from Greece. That's a throwback. I feel like if you go to a party in this, no one's gonna get it. Oh yeah, I remember Grease, the hit movie from 1970, whatever year that came out. 73, 76, I don't know. Okay. This is just some costumes. Not, honestly, compared to, like, how do I put this? Like, outfits and how scandalous they might be, it's always contextual, right? Like, people like Girl Defined will go on about, like, oh, we must remain pure, and we can't have people wearing skimpy Halloween costumes, but it's like, that's always gonna be sort of contextual. Like, people go to the beach all the time, and they wear bikinis, which is basically just underwear, and that's considered fine, but all of a sudden you wear a Halloween costume with, like, thigh-high socks, and you're a sinner? This seems weird.
Well, it's Halloween. This is just what we do. And so, yeah, we get it. Like, it can be fun to be spooky and scary. And, like, we get that not everyone who celebrates is, like, celebrating the devil, like, all that stuff.
Why is she laughing at this? You're friends with Girl Defined. That's not that far off than the crazy stuff she believes. The Under 92. I just watched your and Jake's Dave Rubin video discussing trans topics, and wow, just wanted to show some support. Love you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video.
I came out with a post on Monday all about just this topic, but more in depth about Halloween. So maybe check that out, girldefined.com. But let's talk about we're just gonna have a casual, chill conversation.
So chill.
Talking to the sisterhood, Christian sister to Christian sister. And I'm gonna take this off for this conversation because I'm like such a dork. Y'all
Come on, be a dork with us.
What about this idea of, as Christian girls, is it okay on Halloween for us to follow the trends, just do what everyone else is doing, and to just, you know, go to parties and wear costumes that are...
Sexy costumes are not a trend. They've been a thing forever. They've been a thing, like, before I was born, they were a thing. Like, some people wear, you know, skimpier, what you might say, Halloween costumes, and that's fine. Who cares? But it's not like a standard. Most people don't wear them. A lot of people wear silly Halloween costumes. A lot of people wear costumes to look like fictional characters. My least favorite genre of Halloween costume is something that's like topical for that year, but it doesn't make sense outside of that year. Like if you go to a party dressed as Carol Baskin or the Tiger King guy. That's the genre I'm talking about, where, like, in 5 years, everyone will be like, what the heck is that? That's a terrible costume. People wear all sorts of costumes. Women wear all sorts of costumes. Acting like sexy is the only way to go is kind of out of touch, if that's what you're thinking about Halloween. The Under 92, but Hannah, I saw Mean Girls. Sexy costumes are the only option. True. That's true. Also, that's also what, Elle thought in Legally Blonde. She wore a Playboy bunny outfit.
Are very revealing, very seductive outfits that we would probably never wear any other day of the year. But on Halloween, we feel like, well, everyone's doing it, so it should be okay. I mean, have you guys thought about this or ever felt pressure or like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's so fun to dress up. Like,
it is fun.
I made a Legolas costume one time and I spent like a month working on it because it was so fun.
And that was, you had a Lord of the Rings birthday party.
Yeah,
you did.
This past year.
And it was so fun. But yeah, I think a lot of
with your mask.
Okay. No one's gonna take me seriously with that.
It's hard
she doesn't
to
know
like,
what she's saying.
even take anything you say seriously.
I think a lot of times it's more that you feel like the peer pressure to do that because like all of your friends are wearing, you know, more restrictive things or oh dear.
My inappropriate had to take it.
That's very inappropriate. So you can feel the pressure, I think, from just like your friend group or from the people.
I can understand that. I can understand, especially for younger women, maybe high school aged women, college women. If you have a group of friends that's all like, oh, we're gonna wear this and this and this, and all their costumes were Spicy. I don't know what else, you know, that genre of costume. I guess I could see in certain situations feeling pressured to do the same, but my experience, even in my age group, was that, like, most kids, even the popular kids, were pretty cool with their friends doing what made them feel comfortable. Maybe that's just an age group difference, even though, like, I'm sure I and Girl Defined aren't, like, in that different, you know, of an age group. But she's not looking from, you know, the inside. She's looking from the outside. She's assuming, I guess, what secular people might do. In my experience, though, yeah, people were like, some people might wear a costume that's a little more, you know, revealing, and some people might wear just something that's a little more standard for a Halloween costume, or a silly Halloween costume, and everyone considers that fine, at least where I'm from. I'm sure there are places where there's more pressure on young women to, like, ooh, it's Halloween, you better wear, like, a skimpy costume or something. I'm sure that happens. I understand the outside pressures and stuff. I get it.
People around you, I have a little dent in my head.
They're 4 to 5 years older than me. Not that much older than. They're like Jake's age, almost. There's a sexy COVID-19 costume. I gotta see this. Do we need to have a discussion about what you find sexy? I mean, hey, I'm not here to kink shame, but, I hope you're okay.
Tools of capitalism.
Devious Shilster. I used to use Halloween as a time for me to put on girl stuff to be funny and to cross-dress. Ironically, the egg was hard to crack. I've heard of that. I've heard that. I did not do that because in my household, I don't think that would have flew, even as, like, a joke. A joke. Although, no, I'm not going to tell that story. I'm not going to tell that story. Never mind.
Too tight. You're not meant to be a catcher.
MMO addicted with 20 bits. Well, it's only a mask, so being nude qualifies as sexy. I'll be honest, it was a trap. Yeah, I see so.
So I think instead of being like a follower in that, like, you can be a leader in your group. Like, hey, let's maybe not wear those sorts of things, or like, hey, I'm not going to, and maybe even just talk to your girlfriends, like, hey, like, maybe we shouldn't do this, or, you know, what do you think, like, the guys are thinking, or just, like, try to maybe start a conversation with your friends instead of just like, oh, everyone's doing it, like, I want to do it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, be a
really
leader
good.
in that.
I think it can be easy to forget, like, oh, it's what you're wearing for Halloween, like, is what you're wearing. It can be easy to think, like, oh, it's just a costume, like, I wouldn't actually wear this in real life, but it's just a costume, so it's kind of different. But it's, no matter what, like, whatever you're wearing, like, you're still wearing it, and so you have to still try to honor God, like, even for Halloween, like, oh, it's...
This reminds me a little bit of that meme where it's Buzz Lightyear and he's like, yes, this floor is made of floor. Like, yeah, the outfit you're wearing is the outfit you're wearing, but again, this is, like, contextual. Like, would you say that a woman wearing, like, a bikini to the beach is, like, dishonoring God? In fairness, they might say that. I don't know what their opinion on two-piece bathing suits are, but contextually, it matters. It maybe shouldn't, but it is how it works, right? The context in which you are wearing an outfit matters. What's appropriate for one situation is not necessarily appropriate for another situation. On Halloween, people have a lot of leeway in what they can wear that is socially acceptable, because I guess that's what we're talking about, is social acceptability. I don't think it matters either way. I think people, as long as they're being, you know, as long as they're clothed, you know, you can wear whatever you want to wear. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
Even though it's like a costume, like, it's still, you're still wearing it. You're still revealing the same things, but you probably wouldn't during, like, a regular day, so.
Yeah, and that's the tricky thing, is that it's acceptable.
Yeah.
There is sexy hand sanitizer costume, of course. Jesus, let me take a look at that one. That's a pretty lazy costume. Not for someone who buys it. I mean, it's a costume you buy, whatever. But whoever designed this costume, I feel like they put in the minimum effort Just write hand sanitizer on it, clear skirt, and then carry around a bottle of hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer not included. Kinda lame. Whatever.
So with some things like culturally, it's tricky treaty.
It's tricky treaty.
With some things culturally acceptable,
Yeah.
it does feel
It's
okay
so
because
acceptable.
everyone's going, yeah. And I mean, you commented before this, you were like, yeah, I just looked up Halloween costume.
Dragon Baron 17, thanks for following.
And instantly, and you guys have seen this, like you look up on Google and you just start scrolling, and what do you see? Like, it's very seductive.
Yeah.
Like the costume.
I mean, it depends. Let's go back to Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween. I don't know if this is a Halloween store all around the country or if it's just a regional thing, but this is the one that's near me, okay? Let's just look at women's costumes in general. Women's costumes. So, like, there's a bunch of costumes. They're not necessarily sexy, right? We just have new arrivals. There she is, just dressed as the guy from, what's the name of that Halloween movie? Trick or Treat? It's like a version of that. New arrivals. This one looks like the Greatest Showman, like a ringmaster costume. And like it's cute, and it has like the stockings. I don't know if I'd classify this one necessarily as a sexy costume. She's like entirely covered, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a fine line. Like this is just a normal Harley Quinn costume. This isn't a sexy costume. Again, this one's just like a normal costume. I can't believe I'm doing this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My own personal judgments on what is and is not considered a sexy costume is absolutely irrelevant. The point I'm trying to make is there are all sorts of Halloween costumes for women, and to act like most of them are inherently sexy, I think is not an accurate appraisal of the situation. There are plenty of sexy costumes for women out there, but it's not necessarily the standard. It's a genre of costume, you know? Let's look at men's costumes. I wonder if there are like sexy men's costumes. Do we have sexy men's costumes? Come on. Sexy men's. Lame. Ooh, we do have a we have a Lieutenant Dangle costume, although it's not licensed. It's just a hot cop. Cast iron. Here's one you can actually play. Okay. Oh, Jesus. That noise makes me want to die. Jesus. The shorts aren't short enough. Yeah, maybe hem them or something. Anyway, you get my point. There are plenty of alternative Halloween costumes out there. I wouldn't even say alternative. There are just plenty of other Halloween costumes. Like, the sexy ones are the alternative. They're a genre. I would say for women's costumes, sexy costumes maybe make up a third. A third sounds about right to me. And that's still a lot, but, like, you don't have to wear them. It's cool.
Costumes have taken... Like, we're talking like basically lingerie, like everything's turned naughty. You know, you want to be sweet little Red Riding Hood, but now you're like the most seductive version of Little Red Riding Hood that ever existed. And that's what's popular. And so it can feel like, because it's so normalized, it can feel right. But we just want to encourage y'all, like, we're women, we're girls, like, we're right there with you. We see the pressures, we feel that peer
Mecha Kitty Nova, but we can see ankles, Hannah. What about the ankles? Yeah, obviously ankles are the most sought after body part.
Pressure, but to just say, okay, I'm still a Christian on Halloween Day, right? Like, I'm still called to honor God, to be a light and to reflect His holiness, to reflect the light of Christ in my outfit, in what I'm doing, in what I'm watching, like all the things. And we don't get a pass on Halloween just because it's popular, just because it's what everyone else is doing. So we just want to encourage y'all, a good old Texas word, to really think about what you're wearing. And like Sue, you recommended did you recommend it or you did? To be the leader.
Oh yeah.
I did it. You did that. To be the leader in your group, even if everyone else is doing it, and just like, to set that standard. And even if you're the only one.
See, now that's where we're getting into questionable stuff. If you don't want to wear a sexy costume, that's great. I'm glad you are empowered enough to recognize you have control over what you wear, and you aren't going to be peer pressured into wearing something you don't want to. But now let's say you're in a group of friends, and the rest of your friends do want to wear something that's a little more seductive or something on Halloween. They want to wear something that's a little skimpy for fun, whatever. And you all of a sudden become the peer pressure if you're the leader who's going to lead them towards godly things. If you're going to be like, are you actually going to wear that? It's a little dishonorable to God, don't you think? You've become the thing you were just saying was bad. Like, is it that peer pressure is bad in and of itself and that you shouldn't tell other people what to do when it's not harming anyone? Or is it that you need to make sure that you are peer pressuring people towards God, right? Like, that's not good either. That's not good. You shouldn't be shaming other people into wearing the things that you think they should be wearing. Cotton Candy 903, if you don't like the pre-made costumes, just make your own. It's more fun that way. I suppose. I could never do that. I'm not creative, so I can't, like, put stuff together. But yeah, a lot of people can do that. DVS Chillster with 20 bits. I never truly understood how conservative Christians have fun. They always seem to hate, like, everything considered fun. How do they have fun? Is there a fun activity that God likes? Prayer? Is prayer fun for them? I don't know. Boggle? I think they can play Boggle. Jenga? Probably a lot of board games. Mostly board games, I would think. But not fun ones. Not Cards Against Humanity, which is a card game, but I kind of, you know, put that in with board games. But I guess they can play Apples to Apples, which is like boring Cards Against Humanity.
To be okay with being the only one and to choose to glorify God, to honor him in a way that would be honoring to him.
Yeah,
so as
absolutely.
a Christian girl.
Yeah.
So just some encouragement
Yeah.
there. You're not alone either, right? You might feel like, I'm the only one, but you're not.
No.
We're right there with you, sister. But hey,
We're
let's give
here.
some ideas because, you know, you don't have to even celebrate Halloween, right? And I know that's a controversial topic amongst Christians. Like, do we celebrate it?
Yeah.
Do we not? That's not really what this video is about, but
I find that hilarious, by the way, that Christians find it controversial to celebrate Halloween. Like, guys, it's just a fun holiday. I'm not telling you have to celebrate it. Do whatever you want. But the idea that you are going to come out and be like, it's wicked, it's satanic. No, it's not. That's just a lie. Or the very... Being generous, it's an inaccuracy. It's not a Satanist holiday. So chill. So chill out. That would be my advice to most, like, fundamentalist religious people. DVS Chillster with 20 bits. No Jenga. Too close to the Tower of Babel. Literally what my crazy aunt told me once. My mom then looked at her and told me to go play my demonic video games. Funny. And Wing the Ultimate Nug, thanks for the bits.
there are some great alternatives, ways that you can participate in this holiday in a way that is God honoring and even like ministry focused.
Yeah,
and then
for
even
sure.
ways that you can have fun without celebrating all the death.
Ministry focused. Come to our trunk or treat, and we're gonna give you chick tracts. This is fun, right?
Yeah.
Or the evil that kind of comes with it. So
Yeah.
any thoughts on ideas? Alternative?
Yeah.
I feel really bad for kids this year, though. The lack of trick-or-treating's gonna suck for them, I'd imagine. Did you guys go trick-or-treat? I imagine most of you went trick-or-treating a lot as a kid. I have a lot of fond memories of that. That was fun. I remember the smell of the latex mask I was wearing. I think it was a Freddy Krueger mask. I was a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan. Still am. Going out with my friends, the little chilly, the fall air, going out in the neighborhood, having fun. Good time. Good times. Sushi Mom says my kids are okay with it. I've explained things and they're okay with it. Sure. If I was a parent, I'd get the kids a bunch of candy. I'd be like, here, this is a stand-in for trick-or-treating. Sorry, you can't go out. Even if it was like the day after to get that discount clearance Halloween candy or whatever. I wonder if the candy industry is going to be like in trouble. Do they make a lot of their money for the year during Halloween season? I imagine their profits are going to be down.
Yes, the first one that comes to mind is last year a group from our church actually dressed up and they went door to door. So they were all like in super fun costumes. And they went door to door in a neighborhood and they were giving out cans of food and kind of sharing the gospel like through that. So it ended up, it was still fun for them because they're in costumes going door to door, but with a different purpose of like sharing the gospel. And
can you imagine? It's Halloween. You get a knock on your door, and you open it, and it's someone who wants to proselytize to you. Like, oh my God, we're just trying to have fun. Go away, please. Colston, the candy industry will be fine if you've seen American Waistlines. I mean, sure, but like, I don't know how much of their profit for the year comes from Halloween. I imagine their candy sales typically go up a bunch in October, November. I just wanted to look at some costumes. TV, movie, gaming costumes. That's typically my wheelhouse. The costumes I like are costumes that are usually like fictional character costumes. I would never dress up as Harley Quinn.
There's nothing funny about the
I
tools
don't
of
know.
capitalism.
The Harley Quinn TV show is pretty funny, but I do not like the DCEU Harley Quinn very much. That's probably just because I don't like the DCEU, though. Oh, the
There's
Chucky
nothing funny
one's
about
pretty
the
good.
tools of capitalism.
That's not bad. So Surly, thank you for subscribing. And K-Goss with 100 bits. They're allowing trick-or-treat in my city even with 12% COVID rate. Our area gets lots of low-income people driving in, so we get full-size chocolate bars, Reese's, or Skittles. Their faces are the best. Oh, God. That's gonna be a disaster. Dressing up as Harley Quinn is cringe. I don't know if I'd go that far. It's just a character people like. I don't think it's any more or less cringe than dressing as the Joker, which could be very cringe depending on if you try and play the character. Oh, a Ghostbusters costume. That's good. I want to be a Ghostbuster some year for Halloween. That'd be fun. I mean, I'd probably get a custom name thing, though. I imagine you can probably get those on Etsy or something. Oh, that's good. I really like this. Or, like, costumes that are just, like, vague allusions to something. Like this. It's a hockey jersey with... it's a pretty standard Halloween costume. Ooh, look at this Carmen Sandiego costume! Yes. That's good. That's a good one. Look at that hat. Magnificent. This is just a t-shirt with a cape. I'm calling lazy on that one.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Thank you, Cotton Candy 903 with 20 bits. If someone comes to my door and starts proselytizing, I'm slamming the door on them. I don't care what time of year. Yeah. No. Oh, Tina Belcher. Yes. That's a good one, too. I'd be Tina Belcher for Halloween. Does it come with the wig? I hope it comes with the wig. Oh, Captain Marvel? Oh my God, I should be Captain Marvel one year for Halloween. Mario? That's an interesting one, okay. Oh, Linda from Bob's Burgers. Ooh, Freddy Krueger sweater. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, it's like a V-neck sweater, too. That's actually cute. I'd wear that sweater, like, just regularly, not even necessarily as part of the costume. I'd just wear it. I'm weird, though, so. Ooh, I should be a minion! Ninja Turtle? That's pretty good.
Capitalism.
Flower Girl 13 with 100 bits. It says my eye, and then 3 princess emojis. I guess I don't get it. And then Antipodians go to 20 bits. Please do a Jeremy cringe stream dressed as Captain Marvel for Halloween one year. Maybe next year. I think that'd be pretty fun. When's Captain Marvel 2 come out? Maybe wait for that and then see what the costume for Captain Marvel in that looks like and then buy that. Joker.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Flower Girl 13. I just found out my toxic aunt got COVID. I'm in a predicament. Ooh. Ooh. I hope that goes however you would like it to go. Oh, Angelica from the Rugrats. That's a pretty good one, too. Jack Sparrow. That's pretty cool. Oh, the Oblina from All Real Monsters. I watched All Real Monsters as a kid. Edward Scissorhands. Elvira. Ezio. A 2016 Ghostbuster. Wow, are they selling 2016 Ghostbusters costumes for $40 still? It's a little surprising. Wonder Woman. Ooh, Barb. That's a good one, too. I'd be Barb from Stranger Things. I'm almost done looking at these, by the way, and then we can get back to the video. There's only one more page. Buzz Lightyear. Okay. Pikachu. Cat in the Hat. Olive Oil. Spooky Skeleton. Columbia from Rocky Horror Picture Show. That one's pretty good. Okay. Just saying, there's lots of options for Halloween costumes.
So that was like a really fun
that's
idea.
so
Like,
sweet.
oh, that's a cool way to participate without being like, I don't know, like evil or, you know, have the most immodest outfits on ever. So it was a cool way to be a part of it, but not totally.
Yeah, and what a
for
surprise
sure.
to the person at the door.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They're like,
They're like trick or treat, and they're actually like,
we have
"Hey, we
something
have
for you."
canned food for you."
Yes,
Like, oh,
like a gift
yeah.
for you.
That's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, you could give away anything.
yeah, I like that.
And something we do every year, it's not necessarily on Halloween, but just for the fall season, is we host a fall party, and it's always so
Yes.
fun. And we invite our friends over, and we like make pumpkin spice lattes and host do all the games and everything. And it's just super sweet and fun. And we're just like, oh, to celebrate fall. So that's something you could do on Halloween or just during the week, anytime in fall. And we always have a blast. We once had a couple get match made at the party, and now they're married. So that's a plus
You
to
never
our
know.
fall parties. So
Halloween
have
with the
those fall
Valentine's
parties. So, but
I like that.
yes, we always do a fall party. It's
Yeah.
so fun, and everyone dresses like in all the fall colors. And
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say,
The fall
these,
dreams, yeah.
as a white person, these are the whitest white people I think who've ever existed.
Some fun things that I've done over the years is one, there's a fun group of girls that I'm a part of, and one of the girls every year hosts for the girls' night a pumpkin carving contest.
Oh, this is
yes.
And that's
fun.
really fun because,
Yes.
pumpkins are just fall. They're not necessarily Halloween. I mean, they're just like a fall kind of
Yeah.
theme. And so we would do pumpkin carving, and we'd team up like teams of 2, and then
Pumpkins, yes, are just fall. Pumpkin carving is very Halloween specific. They're called jack-o'-lanterns. Like they're a thing.
you couldn't see each other's designs, and it would be a
Yeah.
super fun night with like pumpkin spice latte, same kind of
Yeah.
thing. But pumpkin carving was like the theme, and you can do sweet pumpkin carvings too. It doesn't always have to be like the scary like jack-o'-lantern. Whatever. Like you can do sweet designs too, and we did it. It was really fun to see everyone.
totally.
Then you put the candle in it, and it's like really pretty.
Oh, I love that.
So that's one thing, and then another thing is Zach and I, whenever
We're doing pumpkin carving for our Halloween stream, and I have no idea what I'm going to do my design on. I got to think about it.
we're
I wish I was talented enough to make the Hartnell in a pumpkin, like to make, which is my time-space vehicle from the D&D campaign, if you don't watch. Looks like this. It's basically a TARDIS. It's a little toilet with a heart on the door. I wish I could make that.
home like on Halloween night, sometimes we're just like randomly gone. But like if we're at home, we'll make an effort to make sure we have candy, and then we'll get like really fun gospel tracks that are like for kids. Like, ooh, you know, spooky news. And then it's like the gospel. Like kind of cheesy, but the kids come, you know, trick or treat, and you're like super friendly. It's a great way to meet your neighbors and, you know, interact with people. You're not like shutting the door and turning off your lights. Like you engage in ways that can even be beneficial for the gospel and like loving your neighbors. And so we love that because we can meet our neighbors,
thank you for hosting.
chat with them, meet
Appreciate
people, pass out tracts, candy. And just have a blast too. And so participating that way.
I mean, that's some fun ideas. Our mom's always saying that, like, when do you have people just coming to your door and like wanting things from you? Like it's a great opportunity to share the gospel.
Candy and the gospel.
Yeah, it really is. So we hope this was just encouraging to you. You're not alone. Just again, we want to challenge you to really think about how you're going to spend this weekend and everything you do, your dress, what you're watching, what you're participating in, who you're hanging out with, to just choose to be a light, choose to reflect Christ this weekend.
Yeah.
I've certainly seen worse girl-defined videos. I recognize there probably is a decent amount of peer pressure for younger women to be, you know, wearing costumes, maybe that they otherwise wouldn't. I understand that, and that's a problem in general. Peer pressure for women to behave in certain ways that they might not normally. However, the way they turn it around and then basically ask the audience to police their friends' costumes that they want to wear, that's not cool. That's not cool.